There may be some confusion around mindfulness because it is known as the heart of Buddhist meditation. And so you might think that if you're engaging in mindfulness, that in some sense you're playing footsie, at least with Buddhism, or you're being, sort of seduced or entrained into a kind of Buddhist perspective, Buddhist philosophy, Buddhist religion. It's nothing like that. What the Buddha discovered, and you can think of him as a kind of scientist who was deeply interested in the nature of mind and the nature of humanity and the nature of suffering, but he didn't have fMRIs and PET scanners and EEG and various other kinds of ways to study his experience. He used himself as a laboratory to investigate his own experience and then discovered a certain kind of lawfulness, just like the law of gravity or the laws of thermodynamics, a certain kind of lawfulness spoken of as the Four Noble Truths that are really universal. They have nothing to do with him being a Buddha or a Buddhist, except that they were articulated in a particular way at a particular time. But then this wisdom spread all over the world and is continuing to spread all over the world over the past 2,600 years. And now it's in the West in ways that hopefully are as true to the heart of it as they've ever been, but in a different format and different vocabulary. So what we're really talking about is universal. Mindfulness is universal, just the same way as our capacity for awareness is universal. It's not Eastern, Western, Buddhist, or Christian, or anything like that. It's same for heartfulness, same for every aspect of our being. So you do not have to be a Buddhist to be involved in cultivating mindfulness. And I think the best thing is probably not to think of yourself as any ist or ism or, anything like that. But how about human? Would human be good enough for you? And if we're human, then what are the laws of our humanity? What is the lawfulness of our humanity? When we cling, when we grasp, when we self-identify, do we suffer? Well, investigate it in the laboratory. Where's the laboratory? Here, your own body, your own life. And when you adventure in that kind of way, then you'll recreate, you'll understand. And of course, the teachings can be incredibly valuable in this regard. But they will really be, in some sense, guiding and also confirming your own direct experience when you do this. So human is what I think it's all about, not so much Buddhist. Not to say that all the various traditions within Buddhism, and there are many, each has its own incredible integrity and beauty and culture. And I really want to honor them because in some sense they have been incubating wisdom on this planet for thousands of years, but it can't be sequestered any longer in monasteries or in particular corners of the world because we're dying for that wisdom. And it truly is a universal and it is truly a human wisdom. And so when we drop in, it's not about being in anything except recognizing that we're already whole. And then we'll let the rest of the community decide how that works out for us and for the world.